Yo, it's Pranav, and in this video, I'm going to talk about facing your fears. Your fears are the signals in the areas that you need to improve in. If you struggle to talk to people, if you're afraid of public speaking, if you're afraid to go outside, go to the gym, or you have these insecurities, or whatever it may be, that is a sign of where you need to improve, and you need to confront your fears in order to get better. Your fears tell you your weak spots, places where you need to get better at. Examine your fears and then just ask yourself, how do I confront this fear? If your fear is talking to people or talking to girls, how do you confront it? You go up and you talk to the people. That's the only way. No amount of reading, no amount of YouTube, no amount of courses, videos, yada 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 is going to change the fact that you have to get out and confront your fear. Improvement is great and all, but fears are where the real growth is made. You can avoid your fears and limit your progress because a fear tells you this is what you actually need to work on. This is the area you actually have to improve in. And you can definitely improve in other areas of your life, like living more true to yourself, living with a good physique, taking care of your health, yada, yada, yada. But until you tackle your fears, you have not made many true progress. Your fears are the biggest sign, the biggest alarm bells within you to tell you how to get better. If you just listen to your fears, acted on them each and every single time, you start making meteoric sort of progress. So many people are afraid of failure. So many people are afraid of success, getting started, of failing. And if you just ignore that and did what you're afraid of, for example, starting a YouTube channel and not knowing how it's going to turn out, thinking that you may be terrible, being afraid to put yourself out there. When you just start and you start making videos, you realize it's not actually as bad as my fear was making it out to be. Just repetition eases that fear. You come to realize, yo, this wasn't that bad. And you start performing at a higher level, and your fears may improve. For example, I struggled to talk to people, but then when I finally started doing it, when I started talking to more people, talking to people who I wouldn't usually talk to, pushing myself out of my comfort zone, confronting that fear, that's where I made the most progress. That's where I actually gained some skills in order to be able to converse with other people. That's not to say I never get afraid anymore, but now I know it's not as bad as I once thought it was. That all I need to do is say hi or encourage a conversation, start with a question, whatever it may be. I have the tools and I know I'm capable of actually maneuvering that situation and coming out on top. I have mastered my fear in that scenario. As long as I keep showing up each and every single day, that's how I'm going to get better at it. So ask yourself one more time, what are you afraid of? How can you confront that fear? What do you need to do? Because often it's very, very black and white. Oh, I'm afraid of talking to girls. Okay, start going in and talking to girls. Oh, I'm afraid to get started. Okay, figure out the first smallest step you can do to get started. Not a pseudo action where you're just faking progress, but one actionable step that's going to get you a step closer to where you want to go. So get a piece of paper, get a journal, and start writing out your fears. List them all out. Whether you're afraid of going outside, talking to people, girls, success, failure, whatever it may be, abstract, non-abstract, everything. Write it all out. When you do that, choose one. Choose one of those to take action on. If you really want to improve, if you genuinely want to grow, choose one of your fears that terrifies you, one that you don't feel like you're capable of doing it. Realize that you can handle it. All you have to do is confront it. Realize the most basic steps that you can take to get further along in that. How you can get better. If you're afraid of going to the gym, if you have insecurities about going to the gym, the only way you can ease that fear is by going to the gym. I learned this back last summer when I used to go to Good Life Fitness. It was free over the summer for youths, and I decided to go. When I went in, I was terrified because everyone there was more fit than me. I looked like I was bottom of the rung because I was, and it terrified me. It made me feel like I didn't belong there. It made me feel like everybody was judging me, right? And every day I would feel terrified to go to Good Life. But after about a week, I realized that, wow, I am pretty terrified and I don't want to go. But I went anyways. I kept going. I was consistent. And after about the second week, that fear started to ease away. I'd gone, nothing bad had happened to me, Nobody called me out. Nobody was looking at me. I went, I worked out, I got better, and then the fear started to go away. Why? Because I confronted it. I showed up and I confronted that fear. So if you're afraid of talking to women, go and talk to more girls. Afraid of going outside, figure out the smallest step that you can take each and every single day to confront that fear. If you're afraid of looking at people, realize that the only way to solve that is by looking at people. To realize that you're okay the way you are. It doesn't matter what other people think of you. Your fears are very much based on what you think others will think of you, and perhaps even your own past traumas, past things that you're afraid of. But it's up to you to confront it. The only way to ease your fears, the only way to make actual, genuine, lasting progress is to confront the things that you are afraid of and do them consistently, day in, day out. You can't do this once or twice and expect big changes to occur. That's a quick fix mentality. You want results without doing the work. If you want to make genuine progress, show up each and every day and face your fears until you're not afraid of it anymore. But remember, confronting your fears comes down to you and the actions that you make. There's no special formula that's going to do it for you. It is up to you to show up each and every single day, confront your fears. It's a choice. So, face your fears. That's all for this video. Peace!